Morocco, Maghreb region of North Africa, Mediterranean Sea at north, Atlantic Ocean at west, population 37 million, mix of Arab, Berber, African and European cultures. Tangier of Morocco, Bride of North and Door of Africa, reference its position in far northwestern Africa near Strait of Gibraltar. Nestles between two hills at northwest end of Tangier Bay which form the best natural harbor. Cape Spartel in Tangier. Casbah overlooking Tangier's port. Tangier. Restoration full sovereignty in 1956. Historical Plaza of Tangier. Tangier's economy, tourism, leather, handicrafts, Moroccan-style shoes, textile, chemical, mechanical, metallurgical and naval industry, cereal agriculture. Gate of Kasaba archway to Tangier, Medina. Grand Mosque of Tangier. Entrance portal decorated with typical radiating green geometric motifs and a wooden canopy, dating from Malay Slimaine's time. Mosque Lala Abla next to Tangier's port with nearly cafe. Narrow street with view of Upper Minaret Tower. Beautiful decorated Tangier's alleyway with pots of plants, lamp and mirrors. Facades of Moroccan houses within Tangier's Casbah fortification. Narrow street shops in Tangier selling Moroccan costume. Tangier has a Mediterranean climate with heavier rainfall than most parts of North Africa. Summers are relatively hot and sunny and winters are wet and mild. Frost is rare, although a new low of -4.2 degrees Celsius was recorded in January 2005. Rabat, capital of Morocco. A succession of neighborhoods to the west and along waterfront. Around ramparts are old neighborhoods of Quartier Alotian Quartier, Les Orangers. Beyond that are working-class districts. Dire Jama, Akari, Yaqub El Mansour, Masira, Hay El Fath, working middle class. To the east along Bourgreg, Youssoufia region, working and middle class. Mabella to Kadam, Hay Nada, mostly middle class. Aviation, middle and upper middle class, and Ramani. Between the two axes from north to south, three main neighborhoods, middle class to affluent Agdal ward building. A lively mix of residential and commercial buildings. The residents are predominantly upper middle class. Hay Riyadh, affluent villas, and Suisi, lavish villas, embassies, well-off residential neighborhood. Outskirts of Suisi are a number of less dense regions, mainly comprising large private houses, to areas that seem out of the city. Rabat is located on the Atlantic Ocean at the mouth of the river Bou Rejrej, opposite Sail, the city's main commuter town. It has Rabat Sail Airport and ONCF National Railway. Rabatville and Rabat Agdal are the two main intercity stations from which trains run south to Casablanca, Marrakesh and El Jadida, north to Tangier or east to Meknes, Fez, Taza and Oujda. Lighthouse of Rabat. This capital has over 1.2 million population. Kasbah of Udayas, located at mouth of Bou Rejrej opposite Sail, and adjacent to Medina quarter of Rabat. Kasbah of Qudayas or Kasbah of Udayas in Rabat. Gate to the citadel of Kasbah of the Udayas in Rabat. Typical street and houses inside Kasbah of Rabat. Rabat offers scenic views of its waterfront, Bou Redrej River, neighboring Sail and the Atlantic Ocean. Hassan Tower, historical and tourist complex in Rabat. Muslim Gate within Hassan Tower complex. Rabates Madrasa. Rabat's Beach. Part of Rabat city consists of three parts: Medina, Old Town, Udayas and Hassan, both located to meet Bou Redrej and Atlantic Ocean. Casablanca, largest city in Morocco, economic and business center. Casablanca, located on Atlantic coast of Chouia Plain in central western part of Morocco, population 4.27 million. Casablanca is Morocco's chief port, with Port of Casablanca being one of the largest artificial ports in Africa and the third largest port in North Africa. Part of Rabat city consists three parts: Medina, Old Town, Udayas and Hassan, both located to meet Bou Redrej and Atlantic Ocean. Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca is the second largest functioning mosque in Africa and 14th largest in the world. Its minaret is the world's second tallest minaret at 210 meters, topped by a laser, the light from which is directed towards Mecca. Interior of Hassan II Mosque at Casablanca. A maximum of 105,000 worshippers can gather together for prayer, 25,000 inside the mosque hall and another 80,000 on the mosque's outside ground. Casablanca was destroyed by an earthquake in 1755. The Skoura forest is the city's only natural attraction planted in the 20th century, and consists mostly of eucalyptus, palm and pine trees. It is located halfway to the city's international airport. Only watercourse is owed the Skoura. Closest permanent river is Amrabia, 70 kilometers to the southeast of Casablanca. Casablanca Transport Infrastructure, Casablanca Tramway, Mohammed V International Airport, ONCF Railway, Wilet Zian Bus Station, largest bus station in Morocco, serving over 800 buses daily, catering more to Morocco's lower-income population. Supertours, an affiliate of ONCF, also offers coach bus service at a slightly lower cost, departing from a station on Wilet Zian Street. India Beach. Although Mohammed V International Airport receives most international flights into Morocco, international tourism in Casablanca is not as developed as cities such as Fez and Marrakesh. One of the most important exports of Casablanca is phosphate. Other industries include fishing, fish canning, sawmills, furniture production, building materials, glass, textiles, electronics, leatherwork, processed food, spirits, soft drinks, and cigarettes. El Jadida, 96 kilometers south of Casablanca, popular resort and destination for Moroccan and international tourists. Population 170,956. During September 2023 earthquake that struck southern Morocco, historic Portuguese church in Old City was damaged. The bay at Essaouira is partially sheltered by island of Mogador, making it a peaceful harbor protected against strong marine winds. Essaouira is in between El Jadida and Agadir. Only a handful of modern purpose-built hotels within walls of Essaouira Old City. Newer international hotels have been built along seafront with local planning. Regulations restricting buildings to 4 stories in height. Many privately owned riads, also known as dars, that may be rented on a daily or weekly basis. The fishing harbor catches, sardines, conger eels, are surprisingly abundant due to the coastal upwelling generated by powerful trade winds and Canaries current. Essaouira remains one of the major fishing harbors of Morocco. The Medina is home to many small arts and crafts businesses, notably cabinet making and thuya wood carving, using roots of tetraclinis tree, both of which have been practiced in Essaouira for centuries. Essaouira has long been considered one of the best anchorages of Moroccan coast. Road from Marrakesh to Essaouira is a straight line. explaining Morocco King's choice of this port among the many others along the Moroccan coast. Essaouira connects to Safi to the north and to Agadir to the south via N1 road, and to Marrakesh to the east via R207 road. There is a small airport 7 to 8 kilometers away from town which schedules several flights a week to Paris Orly, London Luton and Brussels South Charleroi, and daily to Casablanca. Essaouira is also renowned for its kite surfing and windsurfing, with powerful trade wind blowing almost constantly onto the protected, almost waveless bay. Essaouira is also center of argan oil production. It has become a tourist attraction due to the tree climbing goats who are unique to the region, as argan trees are the only type the goats climb. Grinding argan kennels. Agadir, north of point where Sus River flows into ocean, 509 kilometers south of Casablanca. The city was destroyed by an earthquake in 1960 and completely rebuilt with mandatory seismic standards. It is now the largest seaside resort in Morocco where foreign tourists and residents are attracted by an unusually mild year-round climate and a beach stretching over 10 kilometers with fine seafront promenades. Since 2010, it has been well served by low-cost flights and a motorway from Tangier. On December 12, 2022, 4.5 magnitude earthquake hit Agadir. Souk El Had in Agadir has about 6,000 small shops surrounded by walls and has several entrances, organized into different sectors: furniture, crafts, clothing, vegetables, meat, spices. All kinds of handicrafts and traditional decorations can be found here. The current conurbation of Agadir is a combination of 4 communes: former town of Agadir City, urban commune of Anza, rural town of Bensergave, rural town of Tiki Wine. The hill of Old Kasbah of Agadir Ufla bears the inscription in Arabic, God, Country, King, and is illuminated at night. Most popular beaches in Morocco are located north of Agadir. The mountain range runs along Atlantic coast, then rises to east of Agadir, and extends northeast into Algeria before disappearing into Tunisia. Agadir exports citrus fruit and vegetables produced in fertile valley of Sousse. It is served by Al Masira Airport. View of Tagazout houses by the beach. Lexira, located near Sidi Ifni town, is famous for its huge beautiful arch rock sculpted by waves and wind over millennia. The arch, with its rugged and weathered texture, contrasts beautifully with the serene, azure waters that gently lap at its base. Surrounding the arch, the landscape unfolds in a breathtaking panorama. Lush, verdant hills cascade down to meet the beach, their rich greenery providing a vivid backdrop to the sandy shore. It is a place where the beauty of nature is on full display. Resorts near Lake Zaira Arch, on beachfront to watch the waves crashing rhythmically against the rocks and soothing sounds of the Atlantic Ocean. Marrakesh, one of 4 imperial cities of Morocco. Menara International Airport, Marrakesh railway station which connects to Casablanca and northern Morocco. The silvery valley of Arica River curving north towards Marrakesh with red heights of Jebel Yugur still capped with snow to the south are sites in this area. Begia Palace, mid to late 19th century palace in Marrakesh, occasionally used by King of Morocco to receive foreign dignitaries or host events, reopened to visitors in October 2023 after repair damages caused by September 2023 earthquake. With 130,000 hectares of greenery and over 180,000 palm trees in its palmeraie, Marrakesh is an oasis of rich plant variety. Throughout seasons, fragrant orange, fig, pomegranate and olive trees display their color and fruits in Agdal Garden, Menara Garden and other gardens in the city. Katoubia Mosque, southwest Medina quarter of Marrakesh, near Jima El Fna marketplace and flanked by large gardens. Founded in 1147 along Avenue Mohammed V, opposite Place de Foucault. Mosque still active and non-Muslims not allowed inside. However, possible to visit Tinmou Mosque, built along same lines which is inactive but preserved as a historic site south of Marrakesh. Marrakesh features a hot semi-arid climate, Coppin with long hot dry summers and brief mild to cool winters. Average temperatures range from 12 degrees Celsius in winter to 30 degrees Celsius in summer. Marrakesh's water supply relies partly on groundwater resources. Saadian Tombs Mausoleum. Majorel Garden in Marrakesh. Jima Elfna is a square and marketplace in Marrakesh's Medina Quarter, Old City. It remains the main square of Marrakesh used by locals and tourists. During the day it is predominantly occupied by orange juice stalls, water sellers with traditional leather water bags and brass cups, youths with chained Barbary apes and snake charmers. As day progresses, the entertainment on offer changes. The snake charmers depart, and late in the day the square becomes more crowded with blue dancing boys. It is against custom for girls to provide such entertainment. Storytellers telling their tales in Berber or Arabic to an audience of locals, magicians, and peddlers of traditional medicines. As darkness falls, the square fills with dozens of food stalls as the number of people on the square peaks. The square is edged along one side by the Marrakesh souk, a traditional North African market catering both for common daily needs of the locals and for tourist trade. On other sides are hotels and gardens and cafe terraces, and narrow streets lead into the alleys, the Medina Quarter. The square fulfills an important function for storytellers and helps keep Amazigh/Berber culture alive, and those cultural expressions have drawn worldwide attention. German filmmaker Thomas Leidenberger made a 90-minute documentary on the storytellers, and its importance for tourism received academic attention as well. Shortly before noon on April 28, 2011, a blast originating in a cafe in the square killed 17 people and injured another 25. Initial reports blamed an accidental gas explosion, but officials later blamed criminals and terrorists. A 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck Morocco on Friday, 8th of September, 2023 evening, highly damaged Karbouch Mosque and collapsed its minaret which overlooked the square. Tara. Telouet Kasha, along former route of caravans from Sahara over Atlas Mountains to Marrakesh. The Kasbah was the seat of the El Gloui family's power, thus also called Palace of Gloui. Construction started in 1860. The palace can still be visited. It is located on outskirts of small Berber village of Telouet, occupying a strategic position in High Atlas. Occupants of the palace had privilege of being on the passage of caravans and near major salt mines. Ait Ben Haddou is a historic Iram or Ksar fortified village along former caravan route between Sahara and Marrakesh in Morocco. It is considered a great example of Moroccan earth and clay architecture. The village has a number of public or community buildings such as a mosque, a caravanserai, multiple kasbahs, castle-like fortification, and Marabout of Sidi Ali or America. At top of hill, overlooking the Ksar, are the remains of a large fortified granary. There is also a public square, a Muslim cemetery and a Jewish cemetery. Outside the Ksar's walls was an area where grain was grown and threshed. Most local inhabitants now live in modern dwellings in the village on the other side of the river and make a living off agriculture, especially off the tourist trade. Dates Gorges or Dates Valley are a series of rugged wadi gorges carved out by Dates River in Morocco. The river originates in High Atlas range of Atlas Mountains, flowing some 350 kilometers southwest before joining Draw River at edge of Sahara. The southernmost gorges are known for extensive production of roses, used in the production of rose water. There are also groves of palm and almond trees. Merzouga is a small village in southeastern Morocco, 35 kilometers southeast of Rissani, 55 kilometers from Erfoud and 50 kilometers from the Algerian border. The village proximity to Ert Chebi make it a popular destination for tourists. It has been described as a desert theme park, and the Ert Chebi as a wonderland of sand. Merzouga has the largest natural underground body of water in Morocco. Sahara Desert spans across North Africa, with an area of 9,200,000 square kilometers. Sahara is mainly rocky hamada, stone plateaus, and ergs, sand seas, large areas covered with sand dunes. Many of the sand dunes are over 180 meters high. Permanent absence of clouds allows unhindered light and thermal radiation. In 2006, Merzouga experienced devastating flash floods, displacing 1,200 and resulting in some deaths. In the beginning, Merzouga was uninhabited but later became a transit point for merchants heading to Timbuktu. It later became a pilgrimage for the nomads of the 8 Ada tribes, and eventually became a tourist destination. Tourist accommodation in Merzouga. Scenic of Merzouga. Rasani town in Arakidia, near Urfaut. Large souk lively on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. Noted for its leather and goat skin trading. Urfaut, an oasis town in Sahara Desert, in Drataflalet region, eastern Morocco, belongs to 8 Ada tribe. Due to its proximity to Merzouga Desert Village and Chebi Dunes, Urfaut has developed tourist-related infrastructure such as hotels and restaurants. This area identified as being very similar in appearance and possibly geology to certain areas on the planet Mars. Meknes is one of 4 imperial cities of Morocco in northern central Morocco. Volubilis is a partly excavated Berber Roman city in Morocco about half an hour drive north of Meknes. Arch of Caracalla with dedicatory inscription. Meknes is an economic center in Morocco with various products from three sectors: agriculture, industry and services, which makes the city economically competitive and attractive for investment. Situated in center of most fertile and rich Cesplain, Meknes is capital of agriculture in Morocco. Hari Eswani was a massive structure that served as a granary or silo for imperial kasbah built by Moulay Ismail during his reign from 1672 to 1727. Mausoleum of Moulay Ismail in Meknes, Morocco. Ornate Gate of Dar al-Makhzen. Fez is a city in northern Morocco. It is called Mecca of the West and Athens of Africa. It is the second largest city in Morocco. Train station of Fez. View of Madrasa in Fez El Bali or Medina of Fez. Located northwest of Atlas Mountains, it is surrounded by hills and the old city is centered around Fez River, Oued Fez, flowing from west to east. Babu Jalloud Ornate City Gate in Fez El Bali Old City of Fez. It was built by French colonial administration in 1913 to serve as grand entrance to Old City. No traffic allow inside this historic city. The silhouettes of minarets visible through main arch when standing outside gate are those of the Bu Ainania Madrasa and the more recent Sidi Lazzaz Mosque. Tannery, located in Fez El Bali, near Saffron Madrasa along Oud Fez. Hides of cows, sheep, goats and camels are soaked in a series of white liquids made from various mixtures of cow urine, pigeon feces, quicklime, salt and water to clean and soften the tough skins, before soaking into dyeing solutions natural colorants made from poppy, henna, etc. It has retained methods unchanged since medieval times. Dar al-Moxen is the palace of King of Morocco in Fez. The city consists of two old Medina quarters, Fez El Bali and Fez Bdid, and the much larger modern urban Ville Nouvelle area founded during French colonial era. Traditional wall fountain covered in zellige at Dar Gloui in Fez. El Gloui Palace and El Adarine Madrasa in Fez. Chefchaouen is noted for its buildings in shades of blue, for which it is known as Blue Pearl of Morocco. It is situated in a mountainous region in northern Morocco, between Tetouan and Ouazan. It was founded in 1471 by the Arab Malay Ali bin Musa bin Rajd El Alameh, a distant descendant of the Islamic Prophet Muhammad. The traditional houses of Chefchaouen were made of stone, brick, tile, wood, soil, and lime. Each house had an open yard in the center surrounded by corridors and bedrooms. The yards are often decorated with fruit trees such as oranges, lemons, berries, and grapes, as well as some perfumed shrubs including night-blooming jessamine, Cestrum nocturnum, and jasmine, Jasminum officinale. Physiognomy perspective, the city is influenced by Andalusian architecture, such as curved brick archways that strengthen the houses, decorate narrow blue alleyways, traditional water network, landscaping and care of plants inside houses. Chefchaouen is about 600 meters above sea level in the foothills of Kala Mountain in western part of Rif Mountain Range, in northwestern Morocco. The city consists of a Medina, historical walled town, and a new town that has grown outside the former city walls. Chefchaouen is traditionally inhabited by Jabala, subsequently joined by Muslim and Jewish refugees from Al-Andalus in Spain. The heart of the Medina is Yuda Hammam Square, or Place Ouda Hammam, a market square surrounded by most important buildings of Old Town, the Kasbah, the Great Mosque, and a caravanserai, as well as various shops and cafes. Ras Alma, Chefchaouen traditional water source. According to some locals, the walls were mandated to be painted blue in the 1970s to attract tourists.